So, I kind of sideswiped someone by accident. Thankfully, the man was way too kind and understanding about this because it was completely my fault. I just didn't see him. I was trying to get him over into a turn lane so I can turn around. I did not see him, and there wasn't a whole lot of damage done to his car. So he just said, "Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad I'm okay." And I was just like, "What?" So with that being said, let's go thrifting. And oh my god, it is like 95 degrees out today, and my car doesn't have AC, so yeah, I guess that's my punishment. I cannot believe that happened first thing in the morning before I got to any thrift stores. Fucking ridiculous. Stupid nerd Lair. And that'll set the tone for the rest of the thrift route because, well, I didn't find a whole lot anywhere for like 3 weeks of trying to thrift. So let's get started with what I did find. The first stop that I went to was a Goodwill, and this was the only thrift store that I actually found something at. But what I did find were some PS1 games. Very rare to find in a thrift store. Medal of Honor Underground. We have Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, great holographic cover. We also have Quake 2, love Quake. We also have Descent Maximum, great games on the PC, love them. Frogger, I haven't played this one in a while. We also have the first Medal of Honor game, never played it, oddly enough. And Hot Shots Golf, looks cute. I also spotted Transworld Snowboarding only on Xbox. I used to play this all the time back in the day, so probably gonna get it and review it on my Only on Xbox series, because why not? And unfortunately, my last stop was not a bad stop at all, but it's not a thrift store. D-Pad Retro Gaming and Collectibles in Renton, Washington. This place has all sorts of old toys, any sort of collectibles that you would be into if you're into anime or, you know, old 80s and 90s cartoons, they have it. But more importantly, they have video games like The Lost Vikings on Sega Genesis. I am definitely going to get this one. This is a classic. Another game that caught my eye that I've never played before but always been curious is Warlock. Looks interesting. I don't know. Next thing I picked up was Chacon? How do you say that? And in the PS1 section, we have Micromaniacs Racing. DC Radia told me to pick this up, and so I did. I also spotted Spawn the Eternal on PS1. I've wanted this game for a long time, and it's affordable. Over in the import section, I spotted Popa LaCroix 2 on the PS1. I am a huge fan of this cute little charming RPG series, and kind of gives me Ni no Kuni vibes. I don't know, if you've played it, you know what I mean. What do we have here? A Conan game I do not have. I love Detective Conan, case closed. Go check it out if you haven't watched it. And the last game I picked up is Lunatic Dawn Tempest. Stupidest name ever, but it looks awesome. It looks like a Western medieval RPG. Like I said, guys, really short video. Could not find a whole lot at thrift stores, so I had to resort to going to a retro video game store. So let's go back to the Nerd Lair and see what I got. Fascinating. Alright, here's everything that I got. Not a whole lot. I had to resort to going to an actual video game store because over the course of 3, maybe 4 weeks, I have not found one single thing except for these PS1 games at a thrift store. I have no clue what's going on right now. Summertime seems to be the worst time to go thrifting right now if you're a game collector, because there's just sports games and shitty shovelware games that I don't want. So real quick, since there's not a whole lot here, I'll just go through everything one by one. So the first thing we have is only on Xbox, Transworld Snowboarding. Probably going to cover this. I used to play this back in the day because I used to be a snowboarder and skateboarder and all those solo sports kind of things. So yeah, cool. Next, this game is an import game. Lunatic Dawn Tempest is one of those stupidest names I've ever heard, but I really like the cover, and on the back, it actually looks like a Western medieval RPG of some kind, so it piqued my interest, and I picked it up. Next is Shakan or Chakan. I'm not sure how to say this. Never played this game before, seen the cover, and it looks like some weird side-scrolling Castlevania-esque game, so I picked it up. Next is Lost Vikings. This speaks for itself. Last of the Genesis games is Beware the Ultimate Evil of Warlock. Never heard of this game, never played it. But again, it looks like a side-scrolling Castlevania type game, so I picked it up. Alright, so the rest of these are PS1 games, a few import and the rest are English. This one is Detective Conan. If you haven't played a Detective Conan game or seen Case Closed, the anime, you should definitely do yourself a favor if you're into anything detective, solving crimes, twists, and it's just a really great anime and also really fun games. They're kind of like Ace Attorney games. Next is Popa LaCroix 2. I didn't know that there was a sequel to this game. Maybe this one just didn't come out over here, but this is a cute little turn-based RPG that is very Ni no Kuni-esque. If you can see kind of like the animation cutscenes and stuff, it looks a lot like that. Up next, we have Quake 2. I was so happy when I saw all of these PS1 games in one area in that thrift store. This one specifically because I'm a huge Quake fan. I really want to get that symbol tattooed on me at some point. Next, we have Crash 2. Yeah, this is the holographic cover. Look at that. That is cool. Classic game. If you haven't played a Crash game, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Next, we have Hot Shots Golf. Never played this game before, but it looks kind of cute, and I do like some sport games. Golf, tennis, that's about it. Next, we have Spawn, the Eternal. This game is actually kind of hard to find. Most of the Spawn games are, and they always go for a pretty penny. This one, not so much. It was like $40, I think. But it's a fighting game, and that piqued my interest because I love fighting games, and I love Spawn. He's probably my favorite comic book character ever. Next was a game that was mentioned in the comment section by my buddy DC Radaya on YouTube when I reviewed Mad Dash Racing, which you can click the card above if you want to go check out that video. Micromaniacs Racing. He said Mad Dash Racing was very similar to this, I think, or at least it looked very similar, so saw it, picked it up, maybe I'll do a review on it, who knows. Next up is Descent Maximum. These games are great. I used to play them all on PC, which I still have them boxed in my PC collection. They're first-person space shooter games, really, really fun. Next we have He's Back, Frogger. I played this one a lot when it came out. I think I like this version more than the original, to be honest with you. And the last two are Medal of Honor and Medal of Honor Underground. Never played the Medal of Honor games when they were on the PS1, so now is my chance. Maybe if they're interesting at all or there's something to talk about them, I'll do a review on it. Who knows? I buy games because I've never played them before, or they're games that I really, really like that I played back in the day, or games that I want to review on the channel. So if I think it'll make an interesting video, you probably will see a review of it. And there you have it, ladies and germs. That's everything that I found. Wow. Thrifting in the summer, at least around here, is fucking terrible. I couldn't believe that 4 weeks of going out and searching only yielded this much. And I had to go to a video game store in order to find most of this. So, I don't know, it's pretty pathetic. Hopefully, things start going back to normal. The bubble will pop. It will. Every bubble will pop. And the video game bubble, or at least the retro video game bubble, will pop. Prices will go down. Things will be a little bit easier to find eventually. When that is, I do not know. Anyway, that's all.